Hello everybody. Oh, this is out of focus. There we go. Hello everybody again, this is JD. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you about a few things. I don't know what to talk to you really about, but do you truly feel that the present way our government is going is correct, is right? Do you believe they're following the Constitution as it's written? Or they're kind of like making up the rules as they go along? And if they don't like one rule or the other, they just throw in another one. Or how about making up the laws as they go along? Don't you think our country has enough laws to handle almost any problem that will come along? Do we need to make up more? Do we really need more government, more control, more telling us what to do? A lot of people say we do. And I guess they want to be treated like children. Because, see, children need to be told what to do. It's easy to have somebody else to blame for your failures, and it's more comforting to have somebody else to blame for your shortcomings than it is for you to have to accept it's your responsibility. It's your self-doing. So I guess if we had the government telling us almost everything to do, and we have a pretty rotten life, we could blame it on the government. It would be easy to blame it on the government. They didn't provide the proper education. They didn't provide the proper home environment for me. My two parents had to work. I had to grow up on my own. I was neglected by my parents. The government didn't cover when I was having problems. They didn't give me the education I needed. And when I started getting into trouble, they didn't have me see the right psychiatrist. It's not my fault everything's going wrong. It's the government's fault. That's the socialist's view. Same. And then this way the government can be responsible for everything. Or we can look at our Constitution, which says just the doggone opposite. For example, every American has the right to own and bear arms. But with that comes the responsibility of knowing how to handle it. So when a child gets a hold of your gun and knows nothing about guns, wasn't taught anything about guns, and that child ends up killing another child or another person, gosh, who is really responsible? Is it the government's fault for allowing you to have the gun, or is it your fault because you did not take the time to properly prepare yourself for a gun, never mind teaching your children how to handle and what a gun is? I'm using that just as an example because I'll tell you now, a gun has only one function. One and one function alone. To kill. Not protection, not anything else, but to kill. Even a police officer is told, when you pull a gun out, it is the last resort. Not the first, not the second, not the third, fourth, or fifth. Your life has to be in danger, and it's the last resort. Because most police officers do it the way they do on TV. Because like you, they see TV and stuff, and they really don't understand the only purpose of a gun is to kill. Not to wound, not to maim, not any of those things. Strictly to kill. That's what it's designed for. Now, a police officer, when they do use it, they try to maim you. So basically, they try to deliberately miss. But actually, when they're at practice, they're to hit you in the heart every single time. Otherwise, they get poor scores. See? Gun is to kill. But you see, there's a responsibility with the right to bear arms. The responsibility of you as the individual. Oh, wait a minute. Responsibility of an individual? No, 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 no. The government, no, the individual. The Constitution is based on you, the individual. Our government is based on the individual and how important that individual as a collective is to the government. Now, I tell you that I can't promise you all these things that the Republicans are promising or the Democrats are promising because of one reason and one reason alone. I cannot lie to you. I respect you too much as an individual to give you stories you want to hear. We have a responsibility to each other in a democratic society, well, a republic society, to be honest and truthful to each other. Not to tell you what you want to hear, but to tell you the truth as I see it. Is that the absolute truth? No. Because what point of view am I taking it from? Am I taking it from your point of view? No. Am I taking it from your neighbor's point of views? No, only the point of views I am aware of. So the truth can only be the truth as I am aware of it. That's why I say, if you agree with me, support me and help me. If you disagree, let's talk. Because you have a different point of view. You have a lot of knowledge there, and I need to know that. These are the things that I hold important. The Constitution of the United States shall always be the supreme law of the land, as it is written. And that differs the Constitutionalist Party from every other one. They say they support the Constitution, but they really support their own ideas. I support it as it is written. That's why I support all religions, no matter which religion it is. I support the Christian religion, the Judea religion, the Mormon religion, the Indians' beliefs, the Muslims' religion, the Aztec religion. If there's people here that are Aztec, I support the Buddha religion. I support the Hindu religion. I even support the Satanist religion. Because the Constitution says all religions. And I can only do that. Just like if you ask me about gay marriages, I cannot make a decision there. Because the Constitution says, as far as religions go, we can neither say yay or nay. We can't say yes, we can't say no. We cannot say anything. Marriage is a religious ceremony. Very strong. It's one of the most fundamental religious ceremonies of the religions. It is honored in almost every single religion and it is considered solemn in almost every single religion. So how can the federal government even think it has the right to make a decision telling a religion that they can or cannot do something? I'm sorry. It's up to the people of this nation, the states to exercise their authority, the communities to exercise their authority, and the people and their religious leaders. And nobody else. Nobody else. Sorry. That's what I'm all about. Now, a lot of people think freedom of the press, that these people have a right to totally invade onto anybody they want in the honor of the press. There is freedom of the press and it must be protected. But there's also personal individual freedoms that should be protected above all else. From the time you were born to the time you die. What do I mean by that? There's a conflict there. No, there isn't a conflict. What can be publicly seen is freedom of the press. If they got to climb walls and sneak into your house, fly overhead with helicopters, get on mountains 2 miles away with super lenses to overlook a fence, something's wrong there. They're invading your individual freedoms. They are now trampling your rights for freedom of the press. And there is where they cross over the line. I'll give you an example. Some rich famous person leaves their property and starts driving to a restaurant. You're driving down the road in the other direction and you get in an accident, you get hurt because the press is surrounding that other person and forces you off the road. And your children die. Freedom of the press? No, they infringed on your rights. They should be held completely responsible for that. Because they had exceeded the rights of freedom of the press by causing your accident. Plain and simple. All freedoms in our Constitution is limited, not unlimited. Every single one is limited. It's limited to the point where it infringes on someone else's freedoms and rights. That's the limit of all our freedoms. It's written in the Constitution. How is it written in the Constitution? That all, we all. It starts from the Declaration of Independence. It goes into the Constitution. These rights have to be protected for all citizens. At one time you had to be 23, 25 years old, owned property, and be a male. That's right. But since then, our people have said, no, this is wrong. And they've gone away. Now, what about the owned property part? The age has gone down to 18. The male-female is now all gone. The particular ethnic group you belong to is gone, but the owned property. Well, actuality, every single American in this country, whether they're naturalized or born here, own property. Because every single national park belongs to all of you. Every single military installation belongs to all of you. You don't have free access to it, but it belongs to you because you pay taxes. You pay for it. Bottom line, people. Do you want presidents who are going to tell you bull stories? Do you want presidents who are going to tell you what you want to hear? Or do you want a president who's going to tell you the truth as he sees it? Sure, I'm not a great politician. I'll never be. Because to me, politically correct is nothing more than an excuse to lie. But will I be truthful? Yes. Will I do the job that's needed? Yes. Together, we can and will make the United States the greatest country that ever existed on this planet. But we must do it together. Thank you. This is JD. Remember, I am a presidential candidate. It's you all not taking your action that's making that go away. Have a nice day.